Irmuproduction.
Hello and welcome to our Scratch coding adventure. I am your host, Teacher Jonathan Misao. This is a new show and we will be creating fantastic games in Scratch, Roblox and other visual programs. And today we are going to create an exciting game together called Catch the Falling Fruit. So to create our game called Catch the Falling Fruit, we shall need to launch Scratch. So the first thing is to launch the application Scratch. Then we are going to delete the sprite on the screen. We are going to delete this sprite. And then we are going to use two sprites. One sprite will be an apple, which will be the falling fruit. We shall also have the ball which will be collecting the fruits that will be falling. We are also going to change the backdrop. So for the backdrop, we are going to put boardwalk. So we want now to code. The first thing we are going to code is this ball to be moving from left to right so that it can be ready to pick any fruit that is falling. So our ball will be moving from left to right, ready to pick any fruit that is falling. So to do this, we are going to go to the control, then choose a code called if, the condition if. Then we are going to sensing. Not sensing, we are going to look for a code saying key space pressed. When key space is pressed, and put it just there, and we change the space to be left arrow key. So if left arrow key is pressed, then we go to motion and choose change X by 10. This will mean whenever you press the left arrow key, then the ball will move 10 steps on the left. Now I'm going to duplicate. So I just click these codes and I click duplicate because I want similar codes for the right arrow key. So for the second codes that I've duplicated, I change this left arrow key to be right arrow key. And we have written change, it's written change X by 10. I'm going to change this to change X by -10. This means when the right arrow key is pressed, then the ball will move to the right and the opposite direction. So after that, we are going to go to control and take the code forever and put all these codes in forever code like that. Then I go to events, I choose when green flag is pressed. This is when this will be taking place. I think we can test what we have done so far. Like clicking here, it's a full screen, and then when you start the game, when you click on the green flag, then you move. You can see when I move the ball with the left arrow key and the right arrow key, it's able to move. So we are coding properly. So the ball is well coded. Good. So now the next thing that we are going to do is to code the apple. So we are going to click on the apple first before you start coding on it. And one of the things that we want the apple to do is to set it up in random position. So every time the game is starting, the apple should be in the topmost position in different random positions. So we want to set the apple in random position somewhere up. So the first thing we are going to do is to go to motion, go go to the motion code, and then we click on the motion on the code saying go to random position. Choose that code. Then again, while we are still at motion, we choose the code saying set Y to 180. Set Y to 180. It's written set Y to 21, so I change this to 180. That means every time you're starting the game, the apple will be at position Y, which will be around here 180. Position Y is the topmost. Then after that, we'll click on the events and choose whenever green flag is pressed. So this apple, even if it was at the bottom level, when you press on the green flag, you can see it moves up. Whichever position it is, you click on the green flag, it moves up to random position, and all the time it will be remaining in the up position. Then we want to make the apple to fall. After it goes up, it needs to fall. So to do this, we are going to click on motion, and then we click on the code saying change Y by 10, and this one I will change it from 10 to -5. Then I'll go again to control and pick forever, and I put it inside like that. So every time you click, you can see it's falling, So if it's in up position and you click, you can see it's falling down. Then we want to, after the apple goes to the bottom position down here, we want it to go back up, so we need to code some code that will make it to go back up. So we go to control and we choose the if condition. Then after that, we choose an operator saying less than 50. When it's less than 50, that one I've chosen there. Then for the blank part here, we are going to put Y position. Just click motion and we put Y position like that. Then we change this 50 to -170. That is the most bottom part where we want the apple to go whenever it goes down. And after that, we go to motion and click go to random position, put it inside. So far the code is saying if Y position is less than -170, then go to random position, and we also choose set Y to 180. This combination of codes are the ones now which will make it now move up, and then this is to be taking place forever. So we take all these codes and we put them inside forever, where we had said change Y by -5. You can see it started falling by its own. Yeah, then we can go to events and we click when green flag is pressed. This will be taking place. So far so good. I think we can just check what is happening in our game. You can move the ball from left to right. You can see the fruits are falling randomly. They are coming from the top position. So now we have only a small part to complete our game, and that is to sense whenever the apple touches the ball. We want it to sense. Whenever it touches the ball, we want it to sense and then to move up, because that will be a score. because our aim is for the fruit to fall in the bowl. So to do this, we need to go to control, then choose again if condition,
irmuproduction.
Then we go to sensing, then we choose the code saying touching mouse pointer. We put it there and we change the mouse pointer to read if it is touching the bowl. If it is touching the bowl, then what do we want? We want it to go to random position, so go to motion, we choose go to random position, then we set Y to 180 degrees. Then we put the control, we go to control and then we put forever code, all this to be in forever. Then we put when green flag is pressed.
Irmuproduction.
So let's see whether that is taking place. Whenever it touches the ball, yes, it moves up because it has entered in the ball. So immediately it touches the ball, it moves, another fruit comes. So we are coding very well. So now it's time to put a sound so that whenever an apple enters into the ball, it makes a sound to mean that we have scored. So we go to the code blocks for sound, then we choose start sound chomp. We are just going to put it just below touching the ball there. Then you can just try it. You see when it enters, it makes that sound. Finally, we're going to make some scores so that every time the apple gets into the ball, it scores well. It increases the scores. So this we do by going to the variables. Let's stop the game. So we go to the variables, then we make a new variable. The new variable we are going to call it score, and press OK. And then we want to change our variable or our score by 1. So we pick change my variable by 1 and we just put it below start sound chomp. Then we change the variable to score. So every time you score, I mean the fruit enters into the bowl, let's see, the score changes by 1. You can see the scores are increasing. Now, once you stop the game and you restart the game, we want the scores to be resetting themselves back to 0. So to do this, while we are still at variables, we choose the code saying set my variable to 0, and we just put it just below when green flag is clicked. Change the variable to score. So this means every time I click to start here, the score is automatically set. So we have finally finished coding our game, and we can just play a bit to see how it works. So I put full screen, and then I click on the green flag, and then we start playing. That's 1, let's go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's that easy, not in Scratch. So don't forget to tune in our next time show for more coding and game development fun. Thank you. Don't forget to tune in our next time show for more coding and game development fun.
Irmu Production.